Like, it's cool.
I already been there and done it.
Been there, done what?
Exactly.
Next question.
You slept with Megan?
Jason, I didn't say that.
Look at me. Are you saying you slept with Megan Thee Stallion?
Didn't say that.
Okay, listen up. Blueface is out here doing what he does best, acting wild. And this time, he's got people talking because he's throwing shade at Megan Thee Stallion. There's a viral clip making rounds right now, and in it, Blueface is stirring chaos with some jaw-dropping claims about Megan. He's straight up saying that Megan Thee Stallion gave him top not long after the Tory Lanez shooting. That's a serious statement to be throwing out there. Before we dive into the mess, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the latest drama, because this one's getting spicy. Now, let's keep it real. This isn't the first time Blueface has been out here running his mouth about Megan. Back in 2023, he made the same claim, saying they had a thing going on. He even doubled down in a clip saying the exact same thing. You heard that right. But what's wild is that he still won't let it go. The man is holding on to this story like it's gold, and now he's bringing it back up again. In a brand new interview with DJ Vlad, Blueface got pressed directly. Vlad asked if this supposed situation with Megan happened after she got shot by Tory Lanez in 2020. Blueface didn't back down. He just kept pushing that same story. Now, we can't say for sure if any of this is true. It's all alleged. But let's be honest, if it did happen, why keep blasting it to the world? Why bring up Megan's name again and again? It's giving major can't move on energy. And let's make one thing clear. Megan Thee Stallion hasn't said a single word about any of this. She hasn't confirmed, denied, or even mentioned Blueface's name. Total silence. While he's out here chasing attention, she's keeping her peace. And that says a lot. Now here's where it gets even messier. During that DJ Vlad interview, Blueface didn't just stop at saying he and Megan were involved. He doubled down like he had something to prove. He started talking in circles, acting like he was the one who had all the receipts. But when Vlad pressed him for details, he got a little too quiet. People online are clowning him hard, saying he's doing all this for clout because his music hasn't been hitting the charts lately. And honestly, it's starting to look like that might be true. Social media lit up the second that clip dropped. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everybody's debating whether Blueface is telling the truth or just spinning stories for attention. Some fans are saying he just wants to stay relevant, while others are asking why would he lie about Megan of all people? Either way, it's turning into a full-blown circus. Every post, every comment section is filled with people dissecting every word he said, trying to figure out if there's even a drop of truth in it. But the real question everyone's asking is,
Did you sleep with Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't know, but it will really give me an insight if you do. If you did, let me know something.
You said been there, done that.
That's all right.
Okay.
I might have got some head.
why bring this up now? It's been years since that whole Tory Lanez situation, and Megan's moved on, focused on her career and living her best life. Meanwhile, Blueface keeps reaching back into old drama, trying to drag her name into it again. Some people think he's trying to distract from his own personal mess, while others believe he's just trying to ride Megan's fame wave to get attention. And let's be real, the timing couldn't be more suspicious. Right when Megan's dropping new music and rebuilding her image, suddenly Blueface is back out here running his mouth. It's giving jealousy, it's giving attention-seeking, and it's giving too much. What makes it even worse is that Blueface doesn't seem to care how messy this looks. He's laughing about it, reposting fan reactions, and acting like it's just another day in his world of chaos. Meanwhile, Megan is keeping it classy, staying quiet, and letting her success do the talking. She's not entertaining the nonsense. And honestly, that silence might be louder than any response she could give. Things took an even sharper turn when fans started digging into Blueface's timeline. And guess what? Some folks noticed the dates weren't even adding up. People online started pulling receipts, screenshots, and old posts, trying to piece together whether Blueface's story could even be true. And once again, the internet detectives were on the case, pointing out how he's known for twisting things to keep the spotlight on himself. One person tweeted, "Blueface changes his story every interview," and that comment blew up fast. Meanwhile, some fans of Megan Thee Stallion are absolutely not having it. They're calling him out for trying to disrespect her name just to get attention. You got people saying he's obsessed, while others say he's just trying to distract everyone from his own problems. Because let's be honest, Blueface has been in and out of drama non-stop. From fights to legal trouble to relationship mess, he's been in headlines for everything but music lately. And that's what's making this whole situation feel so off. Every time Blueface fades from the public eye, he suddenly finds a way to mention someone big. And this time, it's Megan. Fans are calling it pattern behavior, saying he's addicted to stirring up chaos to stay relevant. Some even joked that he's got a PhD in clout-chasing. But what's really wild is that Blueface doesn't seem to care how bad this makes him look. He's leaning into it, posting more clips, hinting at more stories he could tell, and laughing like the whole thing's a game. The man's out here treating drama like it's part of his brand. And through all of it, Megan's silence keeps speaking volumes. No tweets, no shade, no reactions, nothing. She's out here performing, collecting awards, and focusing on her wins while Blueface keeps dragging old rumors back into the light. It's like he's fighting for attention while she's already moved far past the nonsense. Now, things really started to heat up after that interview clip went viral, because Blueface didn't just let it end there. He hopped online right after, jumping into the comments and reposting memes about Megan Thee Stallion. It's like he wanted to keep the drama alive. He even dropped a few shady tweets that had fans thinking he was trying to bait her into responding. People were like, "Bro, what do you even gain from this?" But here's the twist. Instead of Megan saying anything, her fans came full force. The hotties were not playing around. They flooded his mentions, calling him desperate and accusing him of trying to use Megan's name for clicks. One fan even said, "Megan's silence is grace, Blueface's noise is desperation." And that quote took off all over social media. At this point, you could tell Blueface was loving the attention. Every comment, every repost, he kept feeding into it like he wanted the controversy to keep burning. But people started noticing something strange. He was acting way too confident, like he knew something the public didn't. Some fans began speculating, saying maybe he's bluffing, while others swore he must have receipts. But as usual, he didn't show a single piece of proof. Just talk, and more talk. And let's be real, that's Blueface's whole thing. He'll throw a wild claim, watch everyone freak out, and then sit back laughing like it's all part of his plan. But this time, it's different, because he's coming for Megan Thee Stallion, someone who's already been through enough public chaos. People aren't finding it funny anymore. They're saying he's crossing a line. Still, Blueface kept doubling down, even going live to tease that he's got more to expose. The comment section exploded, people demanding receipts while others told him to stop clout chasing. After that chaotic live session, Blueface pushed things even further, and the internet completely lost it. He jumped back online the next day, still talking about Megan Thee Stallion. And this time he claimed he wasn't the only one who had history with her. He hinted that there were a few other rappers in the mix too. That one line set social media on fire. Fans went into overdrive trying to guess who he was talking about, throwing out names left and right. It turned into a full-blown guessing game, and you could practically see Blueface enjoying every second of it. But here's where things took a sharp turn, because people started calling him out for trying to tear a woman down just to stay relevant. They were like, why is he always bringing up women to get attention? And that question hit hard, because Blueface has built a whole reputation off public drama. From his messy relationships to wild interviews, it's like he thrives on chaos. But dragging Megan into this, that felt low to a lot of people. And still, Megan stayed completely quiet. No subtweets, no interviews, not even a reaction. Her silence was eating Blueface alive. You could tell he wanted her to respond. That's why he kept going, posting cryptic tweets like, "Y'all believe everything she say, but not me, huh?" Trying to flip the narrative. But the internet wasn't buying it. Most people were calling him out for chasing clout while his career was slowing down. To make things even crazier, some folks started pulling up old clips of Blueface bragging about other celebrities, saying this isn't new behavior for him. They pointed out that every time he's got new music or a scandal brewing, he magically finds a way to get his name trending. It's a pattern that's hard to ignore. And the way he's laughing it off just makes it worse. Instead of owning up or moving on, he's acting like the whole situation is one big joke. But at this point, fans aren't laughing. They're watching, waiting, and wondering what wild thing he's gonna say next. By this point, the situation was spiraling out of control. Blueface had officially turned Megan Thee Stallion's name into his personal talking point. Every live, every tweet, every interview, he just couldn't stop. And the more he talked, the messier it got. People were beginning to say he was obsessed, like he couldn't go a day without bringing her up. One comment that went viral said, "He mentions Megan more than his own music." And honestly, that wasn't a lie. Then out of nowhere, Blueface started claiming that he was being blackballed for speaking the truth. He said, "Y'all scared of the truth cause it's Megan," trying to flip the narrative and make it sound like he was the victim. But fans weren't buying it. They started calling him out heavy, saying he's trying to gaslight everyone into believing his story without a shred of proof. It didn't help that his tone got even more reckless. He started laughing mid-interview, throwing out random details and talking like this was all entertainment. The man seemed to forget these were serious allegations tied to real people's reputations. And what made it even wilder was that his own supporters started turning on him. Some fans commented, "We rock with you, Blue, but this ain't it." Others said he's ruining what's left of his career by constantly stirring the pot for views. Meanwhile, Megan kept doing her performing, dropping visuals, and staying unbothered. Her quiet confidence just kept making Blueface look more desperate. And that's when people started noticing. Every time she made a big move, he'd find a way to sneak her name back into conversation. Coincidence? Probably not. Then came the bombshell moment. Blueface decided to go live again, and this time he claimed he had evidence to back up everything he'd been saying about Megan Thee Stallion. The internet went wild instantly. Thousands of people flooded into his live stream waiting for him to drop receipts. But when the moment came, there was nothing. No proof, no screenshots, no messages, just more talking. He kept saying, "I don't gotta show y'all nothing. Y'all know what it is," while laughing into the camera. The comment section exploded. People were calling him out left and right, saying, "Where's the proof, bro?" It was chaos. Some fans were defending him, saying maybe he's saving the evidence for later. But most people were over it. They felt like he was just stringing everyone along for views and engagement. And honestly, it's hard to argue. The man was smiling the entire time, watching his name trend across every platform. So then, just when everyone thought it couldn't get worse, he started dropping cryptic hints about other rappers and industry secrets. He said, "The game ain't as clean as y'all think," which sent people into a frenzy trying to figure out what he meant. But of course, he gave no names, no dates, no facts, just drama. It's like he was feeding the internet just enough to keep them guessing. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion's team reportedly began tightening up her online mentions, blocking comments that included his name and cleaning up her socials. That move told fans everything. Megan wasn't about to play his game. She was done letting her name be used for clicks. Still, Blueface didn't slow down. He doubled down again, reposting reaction clips, adding fuel to the fire, and laughing like this was all just entertainment. But people are starting to catch on. It's not funny anymore. Fans are saying this whole act is backfiring because every time he tries to clown Megan, she ends up looking stronger while he looks more desperate. The tables are turning, and everyone's watching it happen in real time. By the next week, the whole internet was talking, not just about Blueface's wild claims, but about how far he was willing to go for attention. Blogs, podcasts, and TikTok creators were all breaking down his behavior, calling it textbook clout chasing. Some even said he's officially turned into his own PR machine, stirring chaos just to keep his name in headlines. And the craziest part? It's working, but not in the way he hoped. Because while his name was trending, the tone had shifted. People weren't laughing anymore. They were dragging him for disrespecting women, lying on his peers, and making up stories with zero proof. One post went viral saying, "Blueface isn't controversial anymore. He's just embarrassing." And that hit hard. Even some of his old fans started stepping back, saying they missed when he focused on music instead of drama. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion continued to glow up. She popped out at events looking unbothered, dropping fire performances and minding her business like a boss. Every time she appeared, the internet flooded with comments like, "She's too busy winning to respond." It's like her silence became her power, and Blueface just couldn't compete with that kind of energy. Then, out of nowhere, Blueface decided to throw one more jab. He said during another live, "Megan, know what happened? I ain't lying." He said it with that smug grin, like he thought it would shake things up again. But instead of sparking new drama, people started clowning him harder. Comments poured in like, "Bro, it's been weeks, move on," and "He's the only one keeping this alive." At this stage, it's clear. Blueface's plan is backfiring. The more he talks, the less people take him seriously. His words have lost weight, and his reputation's on thin ice. While Megan keeps stacking her wins, he's out here losing credibility one live stream at a time. And fans are watching him spiral in real time, wondering when he'll finally stop. By the time week 3 rolled around, people were honestly getting tired of Blueface's antics. The story had gone from shocking to straight up repetitive. Every few days, he'd drop another hint, another truth, but never anything solid. Fans were calling it the longest lie in rap history. The comment sections were full of people joking that he's just talking to hear himself talk. It's wild, because instead of damaging Megan Thee Stallion's image, he ended up making himself look messy and unreliable. Then came the twist. Someone from Blueface's own circle allegedly spoke up, claiming that Blueface exaggerated the whole situation for attention. That little rumor spread like wildfire. Suddenly, the focus wasn't even on Megan anymore. It was on whether Blueface had played himself. People were posting, "Now his own crew doesn't believe him," and laughing about how the drama flipped on him completely. Meanwhile, Megan's fanbase, the Hotties, took things to another level. They started trending hashtags like #ProtectMegan and #StopLyingForClout, demanding that blogs stop giving Blueface a platform to spread nonsense. It became a movement. People were saying, "This isn't just gossip anymore, it's harassment." And that made the conversation way bigger than Blueface expected. And the wildest part? Blueface still wouldn't let it go. Even with his credibility slipping, he jumped back online saying, "Everybody's scared of the truth," like he was some kind of whistleblower. But no one was buying it anymore. The comment sections were brutal, fans telling him to drop proof or drop the subject. And just like that, the whole situation has come full circle. What started as a few wild claims from Blueface turned into one of the most chaotic social media sagas of the year. But it's crystal clear now who came out on top. Megan Thee Stallion never said a word, never took the bait, and somehow managed to win the internet without even trying. Her silence was louder than anything Blueface ever said. Meanwhile, Blueface ended up trapped in his own drama. The more he talked, the worse it got. Interviews, lives, tweets, all adding up to a big mess that no one's taking seriously anymore. His name's trending, but not for music, not for success, just for stirring trouble. People online are even calling it career self-sabotage in real time. That's how far this has gone. But here's the real takeaway. When you play too many games with the truth, it always comes back to bite. Blueface thought he was stirring the pot, but he ended up cooking his own reputation. Now the internet's watching him fall deeper into the chaos he created, while Megan keeps glowing, performing, and proving why she's still one of the biggest names in the game. Fans are saying this whole situation is the perfect example of how silence can be power. Megan didn't have to clap back. She let time do the talking, and now everyone sees who really had control the whole time. So what do you think? Was Blueface just reaching for clout, or do you believe there's some truth hidden in all that talk? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates, more breakdowns, and more real talk about what's happening in the industry. You already know, the tea never stops pouring here. See you in the next video.